Pixel.
4MongUs Fest. 4 Sus Fest. I'm seriously contemplating either as oh, I'll talk about this later actually. I don't want to spill everything. Spill the beans all at once.
Okay. I believe it is live.
What's
And
up?
maybe it's up. It should be up.
Good afternoon, gamers.
Hello, gamers.
Good
I don't know if there are
evening.
any gamers yet because it just tweeted out and stuff.
Good time zone.
Yeah, which time zone are you in at the moment?
I am in totally not in Eastern Standard Time,
Yeah,
and
I
I
had a
totally
hunch.
don't live near Philadelphia.
I always forget about that, even at work. And then I feel bad. It looks like I have it ready and wait. The server can fit 200,000 people?
Yep.
What does that look like?
It is the biggest Minecraft minigame server of all time. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it before.
No, and I'm a little scared.
They've got different lobbies and everything. It's like you're running like
oh, okay. So
like
it's like WoW.
an FPS game almost.
Oh no.
Level lobbies, but they got mini games. Yeah, there are some serious sweats that play this server, but I'm like low enough rank that they don't really join any of the games I play. More of a casual myself. Okay.
I got a compliment on my guitar that felt very nice.
Aw.
It's in the background. All right, I'm as scared as I am to do this. I guess I might as well just jump in, right?
Yep. Let me know when you're on. I'll party you.
Boy, oh boy. Okay, I'm in.
Couldn't find a player with that name. Hold on. Do /P in chat. /P space. Even I forget my username. Hold on. Just send me your username in chat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
In Booze Radley's Rumpus Room.
Yeah, I forget if I named that before we were even doing this.
There we go. You should have gotten a party invite.
Okay, click here to join. Got
Hey.
Uh-oh.
You've been summoned. Where are you?
I'm somewhere. Okay. Oh, they got like cosmetics and shit.
Uh-huh.
This is no joke.
So if you move forward to... You move forward a little, you will see games. Oh, I see you. Hold on. Look to your left.
There you
Right
go.
here.
Yeah, I have my Antifa skin on.
Ooh.
In case you couldn't tell. Got my,
Nice.
you know.
This is my 4S staff skin. Because I was too lazy to change it to my normal skin.
What did you click on? All right.
Hold on. Right here. All right, so this game mode is called Bed Wars. Basically, what you do is someone said bucks and six in chat. I don't know if that's an accurate assessment of the NBA Finals or not.
Oh. Am I clicking on the green pajama guy?
I will. Ooh, where did you go? Oh, there you are. Let me explain the game mode first, and then yes. So this is called Bed Wars. Basically, we have a bed, and there are 8 other teams with a bed, or 7 other teams with a bed, and we have to collect iron and gold from a generator to buy things and protect our bed. So let's join a game.
Oh, okay. I didn't have to do anything there.
Yep. Okay, so this is the map. I've never played this map before because they put them on a rotation. If you look down, you can see like those little green squares. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Those are emerald generators. You have to collect emeralds to get like better gear and stuff. Like there's stuff you can buy with iron and gold, but the emeralds help you get like potions and ender pearls and diamond gear and whatnot. And then there are diamond generators that help you get base upgrades and whatnot.
Whoa.
So, lots to take in. Anyway, so hop back here into this generator. Hang tight here. Do you know how to sprint?
Yeah, double click.
Okay.
Forward.
Yep. All right. So, if you go to this item shop and you right click this guy right here, you can buy items with your gold. So I would suggest buying wool. It'll give you like
iron though. Is that right?
Yep.
How much of it should I get?
Get like a stack, so 64. I'm gonna start rushing the people behind us.
All right.
So this game mode gets pretty chaotic pretty quick, especially in duos. Yep. Someone's bed just got destroyed. If you see people bridging towards our island, just yell at me. And I will come defend.
So what do I do with the wool? Just rebuild?
Just throw it around our bed.
Okay. And I've already gotten myself.
Oh my! I just got lag backed. Otherwise I would have gotten that bed.
Oh.
What? People here?
Yeah, I just somehow managed to get myself trapped here.
Uh-oh.
This is not.
Oh!
I see you.
Hello. Let's go.
Spooky, scary skeletons. Right, I got this.
Here, come here.
Oh, I just got it.
Damn it.
Oh.
Almost got him.
I'm free. Just took some slick moves.
Where are you at right now?
I'm back at the start because I got trapped under that bridge of stone.
Aw.
Which is not where we want to be. So make the white block near our base larger, correct?
Yes. This dude has a fireball. I know he's gonna fireball the bridge. I'm not. Okay. Just threw myself off. Okay. So far, no one has tried to rush our bed yet, which is pretty good, considering that normally we'd get rushed a lot faster. Maybe the gods of Bed Wars are being generous today.
So how many people worked on the Forest Fest server map?
Oh, that's a good question. We probably got 4 to 5 builders alone, just working on the maps for the 3 days, and I think maybe Raccoon Tour may have their very own map. Nate said he was gonna build something maybe if he had time, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we have 4 to 5 people who work on our build team. We've got a buddy of mine who did some stuff for some bigger Minecraft block parties, doing some behind the scenes plug-in work. And then we've got the bands themselves. So we've got this sweet band from Philly. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're called Booze Radley. And then we've got 29 other incredibly talented bands. I'm about to bust out the poster right now, which, by the way, people in chat, you can find at twitter.com/4sfest. So we've got an incredibly stacked lineup. We've got people like Blind Equation, Over the Weather, Awe, LaCroix Can Recycling Center, Gamma Girl, Raccoon Tour, the aforementioned Booze Radley, some bands like Life After Youth and The Losing Score, and a couple of other bands from slightly outside the DIY scene that are kind of DIY adjacent, but you know, hopped on the bill a bit later because they're like, hey, this is kind of cool.
So what's the total count? I don't remember if you mentioned or not.
It's 30 bands. Ooh, is that a fireball? 30 bands.
That's a lot.
3 days. July 30th to August 1st. It's gonna be wild. Maybe a little later into the stream, I will show some different highlights from the map.
Yeah, I can always pull up stuff from Twitter too.
But yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it. It's gonna be amazing. I think the nice thing about this fest is that through organizing it, and I know a lot of other bands who are playing and a lot of people who have listened to the playlist we put together for it, a lot of people have said they've like discovered some of their new favorite bands just through like seeing the lineup and being like, oh, I've never heard of this band before. Maybe let me check them out. So we've got a lot of, you know, different bands who could very well in their own right headline a day of a different fest, which is interesting because we actually have no official headliners due to that fact. Every band is just so talented, we didn't think it was fair to just choose the bands to headline. But yeah, it's a pretty stacked fest. Oh. Well,
where did that go?
Well, we got rushed. Where are you at? I kind of want to spectate you. Oh. So, what did you think of this one? We've got like 10 other mini games we can try.
I'd be down to do another round of it. I think I understand it.
All right. Why don't we try another one in the interim? We'll come back to this one later.
Oh, either way. Can you? Uh-oh. That's not. I was about to say, can you attack other people after you die? But I'm falling in a loop of fallings.
Do you want to play and what were you saying?
No, it's probably more important for you to go first.
No, go ahead. I was just going to ask you about it.
I've more or less only played on like survival craft servers, civcraft servers and stuff, anarchy servers, things like that.
Yo, those are cool. Anarchy servers are based.
I mean,
I've
I
been,
find that there are far too many Nazis that play Minecraft. That's my only thing I don't like about it.
yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, it's gotten a lot better because of like the influx of queer youth that now play Minecraft, but like still a lot of hardcore weirdos lurking. It's overall a really fun game though. I like the simplicity of the blocks. They go burr and I place them
I
and
really enjoyed.
serotonin.
We would be RPing as like a socialist nation in like a nation craft server, and we would be building like infrastructure and like subways and stuff. And then you
Oh,
get
that's cool.
yeah, and then you get attacked by like 4chan weirdos that just come and brick up everything with like stone swastikas and stuff. And like it's yeah, I mean,
Clash
and you
of
have
Ideals on
yeah, you
Minecraft.
have to build alliances to be able to take them out, you know. Some of the better ones have mechanics where you can like imprison other players, and as long as you
Mhm.
feed mats to the prison cell that you build, it's virtually impossible for them to break out of it.
That's cool. I've played on a lot of SMPs, so those are like spend 23 out of your 24 waking hours on the server so that you can acquire a nearly infinite number of useless ones and zeros. But those
So
are probably probably very burnout inducing, at least in my experience, but some of the most fun I've had playing a game. Like min-maxing from the start of a server reset to like planning out like how day one is going to go. What am I going to build on day one? What farms should I build on like day 2 or 3? And just like min-maxing the hell out of everything is surprisingly fun. Because in those types of games, like you have to focus on getting the most resources as quickly as possible. So it's just like hours, hours, hours.
so that was what was made. That's what made the like the civilization craft stuff fun because the different competing theoretical government strategies led to different like just totally different play styles like and like I didn't only ever play aligned with nations that matched my real life ideology because sometimes it's more fun to go like do like join a mind or a monarchy like a nation or something. Usually there were like probably about like 10 to 20 separate nations with a variety of different pseudo government styles. But like I always enjoyed the tanky ones because they would just have like a job board saying like we need this many like courts or this many whatever, you know. They would all be held in common, and then that would give you one of the I probably played like 3 server resets on like a server like that, which was
Mhm.
a long time for those kinds of servers, and almost every single time the non-socialist nations would get jealous of our efficiency and then attack us.
Socialism works.
When you have literal no scarcities, even it's cheat codes at that point.
All right.
Oh, I see now.
What
There's signs that say which things are which.
Mhm.
That's very
What
cool.
game mode do you want to try next? So we've got Murder Mystery, which is an Among Us clone, except it came out like 3 years before Among Us. Sky Wars, which is where all the sweats are. That's like it's like the game with like the tiny islands and the chests and stuff. It's like survival games in the sky.
Wow.
Uh, we've got you know what? Why don't I take you to the mini game section of this mini game server? Here, come look at this. So we're on a mini game server, right? But they've got
Well, it's like Pac-Man.
a mini game section. So my
So this is
favorite
the
game.
exhibit, the wrapper section.
My favorite game out of this list is probably this one. Party game. This is fun because it's just a bunch of mini games and a mini game on a mini game server.
So is this like a Mario Party kind of situation?
Kinda.
Oh boy.
So this one you gotta stay on. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see. So some of the blocks will start to turn yellow and orange and stuff, and you gotta avoid those ones because those are gonna like turn into. It's like Fall Guys.
I remember that. Yeah, I was about to say I know this Fall Guys mini game. Ah! Oh!
Ah, ah, ah.
Oh.
No, I got third. It's fine. Oh no, it's this one. This is my least favorite game mode out of all of them. You gotta go through the rings.
How do you go down?
Shift.
Okay. Up, up. 2 down.
Ah.
Oh no.
Go, 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 go. Ah.
Chef seems to just dismount.
I can't hear you over the chickens.
God, no. Oh.
Oh, that was chaos. Okay, what were you saying?
I was saying, Shift just made me dismount and fall to my death.
Oh. That's morbid.
Oh. Oh, I can't land on the other ones?
Strategy for this game is to try to stick to the edges because everyone will go for the middle immediately. I play this game way too much.
Oh, come on. Got one.
Just gotta stay in third place. You got more questions about Forest Fest?
Yes, I do. One of which was, I think Dylan mentioned this to me already, but is the plan to have the stream with the server like shown and then playing in the background kind of thing?
So, the plan is to open up the server itself so that people can, come in and have like a virtual concert experience. But also, for accessibility reasons, we're going to be streaming it to Twitch as well. So, this one. So I'm really excited for people to kind of like join the server because we've got like all sorts of different things set up. We're gonna have donation links in the actual game, which is pretty exciting. We're working on a way to set that up now. So we'll also be selling cassette tapes through, again, virtual links in game. Like actual physical cassette tapes of the actual physical.
Well, that's sick.
Yeah.
Are they gonna be Minecraft themed cassette tapes?
Yes.
I'm basically Sherlock Holmes at this point.
So we're trying to also implement a way for people to mosh, so that's going to be fun, especially on day 3, which is kind of like our heavy day. I'm interested to see how people kind of like utilize the virtual aspect of having a festival in Minecraft.
I'm hoping for fireworks and or TNT. Ah!
TNT would be wild. Imagine if we just on the last day blow up the entire map. Oh, it's a 1v1.
Got killed by a camper. Oh!
Aww.
Slayed.
It's okay, I got like 4 kills. I gotta claim land. What is this, capitalism simulator?
The commons. I was like that Tony Hawk mode.
Must click. I maxed out my space. Depressing. Bro. Tank right here, stealing all the land. Unfair. Oh, it's pig fishing. This is like Hungry Hungry Hippos. You remember that game?
Yeah, it was, so, I like to make a big deal about how old I am.
Uh-huh.
But, that and Mousetrap were, like, almost as good as video games at one point.
I feel like I shouldn't remember the existence of Hungry Hungry Hippos. I feel like I'm too young to remember that. I'm a whole 16 years old out here talking about Hungry Hungry Hippos.
I still have and remember getting freaking Frogger on the Sega Genesis.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, that makes me sound like I'm in the 70s or something.
It's just cool.
I still have my Sega Genesis that I got for my 3rd birthday. In like 1994. It still
Wow.
works.
I have a PlayStation Portable that I got when I was
I
yep.
missed that entirely. I mean, I had a PS Lite.
Whoa. Yeah, my uncle had a PSP, and one day he was just like, hey, I don't really use this, do you want it? And I've had it ever since. That and my 3DS.
The same mom aforementioned mother of mine owned a Wicca shop in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania,
Yo,
and it was in our house, but she ran it. So like for
your
my
mom
birthday,
sounds cool as
yeah,
hell.
she's definitely cooler than me. She was at our last show actually, but she got me a Sega Genesis, and we got Mortal Kombat 3 on it. And she would always play as the witch character in that game
Oh, that's
with
so cool.
all of her hippie friends that would come to the. I remember my babysitter was a guy that she referred to as John the Communist. So that says a lot about the
Based,
pathology of where I've ended up, I suppose. But
based, based John the
I
Communist.
think yeah, right. And then right before the pandemic happened, we played a venue in Bethlehem called the Fun House, which was the first place I ever went to go see a show. And my godfather played there when I was like 4, so we finally got to play there for the first time. It's pretty wild.
What band was your godfather in, huh?
He was in a band. I don't. Have you ever heard of the label based out of Lehigh Valley called Square of Opposition? They've done like some snowing stuff and some of those other kinds of bands.
I think I've heard of it.
And
What
my uncle,
genre were they?
it's like political punk, like
Ooh,
it's hard to
like
explain. It's like
early
Rancid.
anti-flag?
Yeah, kind of like that, or Rancid, or something like that, or Opie.
Flag.
But I mean, it was like '95 or something. So, uh,
That's cool.
but he was in a band called Defiant Trespass, which was the Square of Op #1 release.
Oh, that's cool. Hopefully we can do like I personally am a massive fan of political punk, so if we manage to get a whole bunch of political punk bands in one room, I would definitely pay good money to see that.
I don't
Oh,
remember who's running it. Oh, this is the worst mini game I've seen so
this
far.
is the worst mini game.
Not vegetarian. Oh, the
It's
pigs
not
are minus
vegan.
50?
Some of them are.
Gotcha.
This mini game not sponsored by PETA.
We're doing a anti-flag compilation.
Oh, that's sick. I gotta check that out.
And I forget what song that's on. I'm not the biggest anti-flag fan. I like them a little bit.
I am like a really big anti-flag fan.
I remember the biggest deal when I was in like middle school. Probably like my parents were like really anti-George W. Bush. Like no effects and crap like that. I got the Rock Against Bush CDs that came out.
Oh, I have that. I have that. No way.
That was like my first exposure to that.
That I have. That is my first CD that I bought. The Punks Against Bush or Rock Against Bush comp from what was it? Fat Wreck?
Yes. Either that or yeah, Fat Wreck.
Oh, I have that. That is so cool. Yeah, that is such a sick record.
I mean, there's a lot of bangers on it. There's no question about that. My first CD that I ever bought was actually kind of. So I always lie about this because my parents were separated, so I count the 2 times I went to get my first CD at separate times. And the one time I went to FYE and bought Eiffel 65 as my first CD. And then the other time my dad took me to like a really grungy music store in Allentown, and I bought Insomniac by Green Day as the first CD I bought when I was with him. So.
2 completely different.
Yeah, I like to pretend that Insomniac was really the first CD I bought, but I mean, the Eiffel 65 CD has the PlayStation song on it. So. Not many songs get away with saying Metal Gear Solid in the song.
True.
I gotta figure this one out this time because I did not get it last time. Oh. we have to get it to a specific hole too. I didn't realize that.
Speaking of video games, like in general, I think it's really interesting that the DIY scene has largely, like, during the pandemic, done fests in video games. Like, I'm all for it. Like, sign me up. I love that. I just think it's interesting how we're taking something like Minecraft, which was like definitely not meant as like a music platform, and turning it into kind of that. I think it's really cool. Right? Like a couple of my friends and I were joking around about maybe doing Fest, a Forest Fest 2 in Among Us, because people kept making Force Us jokes. What?
That's funny. It's, you know, like, another way of showing my age, I guess, is I really remember how big Half-Life mods were when I was in, like, high school.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, pre-Minecraft, that kind of stuff happened there a lot. Like, Weird Gary's mod, like, RP stuff. That would have, like...
Gmod is an interesting game, I've been told.
Yeah. It's super...
I've never played it before, should I?
Gmod?
Yes.
I think it holds up in a way. In a sort of manner of speaking.
What is it a mod of?
Half-Life 2.
Oh.
It's like a... So, like, what? Counter-Strike was like a mod of Half-Life 2. And it got, like, endorsed by the company.
That's interesting. I, like, did not know that.
Yeah, Counter-Strike started as a... I made it to the end this time.
Nice.
Oh, okay. This one I know how to do now. Oh, wait.
You're in a band, you should know rhythm stuff. Just tap your space bar on beat. No, I messed up on the very last jump. That's so embarrassing. I did it again! Oh my god. That is so embarrassing. I get to the end and then I just mess up on the last jump.
I did it!
A.
And then I fell.
Oh shoot, I haven't talked about our donation goal at all.
No.
For 4S Fest, we are raising, get this, we're trying to raise $1,500 for all of the amazing bands playing. So they get full say over what that goes towards, be it new gear, pizza, donation to charity. But yeah, we're raising $1,500 because everyone on this fest deserves to get paid 100%. But unfortunately, we are a nonprofit, so we got to do it the good old crowdfunding way.
Should definitely get like one of those goofy bars that shows like what the amount you've raised for parts or something. I don't know how to do that, so once again, just talking out of my ass here. But... yeah, I did though.
Nice.
What is this?
I hate this mini game. I always fail the first jump. You see that line of smoke? You gotta jump
Oh,
over
there's
it.
another, oh, I already died. Alright, no I didn't. Yeah, I did.
Did I win that one?
I don't know. Guess so.
Huh.
Yeah, it's been interesting, the discourse on like paying bans and stuff has definitely changed a lot since streaming has gotten so big.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think what I like mostly what I remember when it comes to that kind of stuff is there's always like try to make sure the bands have enough money for gas to get home from the show. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So like if you were playing away, like I remember one of my friends, our singers would just go around with a change jar at the end of the night. And literally be like, hey, we're trying to get back home. If you have like $1, can you throw it in this cup? Like, but like now, obviously, it's yeah, I don't know. It's just so different. Like even with Venmo existing, like
Mm-hmm.
I definitely spend more money on bands than I probably would have before when things
Definitely,
were all
yeah.
cash.
Like when I got my first job, I like almost immediately went to some of my friends' Bandcamp pages and bought physicals. Like I feel like especially things like Bandcamp have enabled buying in ways that were never possible before. Because normally, like if you wanted to buy like a small band's merch and stuff, you'd have to go to shows, and that makes it less accessible because maybe you're not in the area, but you still like music. So definitely with the advent of like better selling technology online, merch selling has gone up. Just kind of why we're able to sell tapes of an online fest.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we had a lot of fun recording the stuff for this stuff. Like I say, like that's probably one of the least painful live recordings I've ever been a part of.
Interesting.
Because like our guitarist just brought like a decent interface and stuff, and his laptop, and like 6 or 7 mics, and we just went at it. And we've only practiced probably since the pandemic's been over, like maybe like 5 times roughly. Hard to really say, but we've got 2
Still a
shows. So.
tight set.
Huh?
Still a tight set though. You guys killed it.
Yeah, I mean the funny thing too of that is just like it often. I mean, I don't know what it is exactly. Like maybe we listen to our own music more during the pandemic, or who knows? But like it didn't. It just kind of came naturally this time around, which it doesn't normally. We've had some real stinkers of shows and stuff in the past, which like that kind of went away maybe like the last year before the pandemic, since we've been around since like 2014. But like there were definitely shows where like strings were broken, the mic was crappy, I was out of key, like who knows, all that good stuff. But this one I felt really cool with, like although I will say like the age, like the last show we played, I was probably up till 5 in the morning the night before, like partying with my guitarist in my band and stuff. And like I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go for it, and we'll just do the show, and it'll be fine. And like, yeah, I'm definitely starting to get like too old for that part of it. Although it makes me feel even worse because Vince, who plays guitar in our band, is 2 years older than me about, and he's got no issues doing it. So it's just me. I'm just out of shape and afraid to admit it, I guess. You know.
Midlife crisis on Booze Chatley.
That's bound to happen sooner or later. I mean, if I make it to 60, that'd be pretty tight. So I'll take it. But like the idea of living to be like 100 and trying to understand how a cell phone works. Like, it's just, I mean, jeez.
How does the internet work?
Yeah, I mean, my dad still has never owned a computer.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know to what extent he's ever even gone online.
Interesting.
He has an iPhone that I got, but
Does he use it?
yeah,
Does he use
like
the text?
so he's like my dad is a Zoomer basically. Like he's never used a keyboard and mouse, but he can use an iPhone. Or maybe a Gen Alpha would be more appropriate in that regard. Whatever the tablet generation is, you know.
That is Gen Alpha.
There you go. I mean, there are definitely like there are like people that are millennials that were born that like lived in some of the 80s that I always like forget about too.
Generations are weird, man. Like, my brother is technically Gen Z. He was born in 2009.
That's the year that I graduated high school.
Oh, dang. So yeah, technically he is part of Gen Z. This is wild.
I mean, and at that point, I had gone through probably what 3 or 4 different medium formats for listening to music. I found a copy of Windows 95 at work the other day on floppy disk, and I showed it to my coworker's son, who's like younger, like around maybe like a year older than you are, but also like kind of a jock, I guess. And literally had no clue. Couldn't even guess what a floppy disk was.
I had a computer that ran Windows 95. It was my dad's old computer.
What did he use it for? Just like a paperweight?
This was back in like 2010. So like I used to play Microsoft Flight Simulator 95 on it, I guess. So it's
okay,
pretty wild.
That's definitely like a niche example, but it's kind of a funny one.
It is definitely
I can't
a niche
imagine what that
example.
looks like. That version of Flight Simulator.
It was a World War II simulator. I was like 8. I barely remember it, but from what I remember, it was fun, and I'm still kind of sad that that computer got thrown out because I would play that game to this day if I had a copy.
I think maybe my version of that would be like using like an Apple computer, like a Gen 1 Mac to play like I don't know, like weird educational games and like first grade. My kindergarten was the first grade to have a computer. The first year of kindergarten to have a computer in it. And
That's cool.
I put everything on the desktop into the trash can, and they had to call in an IT expert.
This is like, I don't understand this. Don't ask me how to play it. I don't know how. Have you ever been along in the Tooth Records before? They're pretty cool record shop. What? Ooh. I just don't know how to efficiently play. do people have 3 phones? Come on, come on! Let's go, let's go.
I mean, I remember watching a live session of Blink-182 over AOL in like 2000 on dial-up, trying to watch a live session video.
Definitely a niche aesthetic, as some of my Gen Z friends would say.
There are some things I miss about like that era of internet.
Such as?
Probably the fact that it's like more. It felt more at the time. I feel like it felt more like a treehouse than it did like a public mall or something. You know.
Mm-hmm. Important question: were you a MySpace kid?
I was a Zanga kid before I was a MySpace kid. I actually have my friend's band from high school. His T-shirt that he made for his band had the band's MySpace URL on the shirt.
What is Zanga?
Zanga predates MySpace, but it's I'm glad that this is going to be up on YouTube because it's got some historical artifacts. I think I'm ready to try the Bed Wars one again if you want to do that. Zanga is like, it was like MySpace, but without like a visible section to see friends and without a song that played on your section. It's kind of like a social network mixed with a blog.
Interesting.
And everything was HTML editable.
Whoa.
It's kind of like, if you've ever heard of like GeoCities, that was like a big thing for a little bit.
Interesting. That's... huh.
Or Angel Fire, that was another one. There were like, there was a time when like...
AOL Messenger?
I mean, I was huge on like AIM, AOL Messenger and stuff like that. But like, these were more like sites that would let you create your own web page using like bad HTML.
So the modern day card.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or no, card is the modern day.
It was like Squarespace plus like DMs.
Ah.
Which like it doesn't sound like it would serve any logical function until you realize that Facebook and stuff didn't exist yet. So
yeah, I get you. Definitely like, have you heard of Card before? This way.
I don't think so.
So Card is like, so it's like people can make websites and like they'll have the ending .card.co, and basically it's like a website creator, but people use it to like create like about me page. Oh, we're getting rushed. Create like about me pages for their like Twitters or stuff, or like posts about like world affairs or whatever. How the fuck?
You mother.
It's fine. There's sweats. They can't even PvP. Never mind. They're just sweats. It's fine. I killed both of them, but then
this
the
map
shoot
is
just
cooler
got...
than the last one.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, this map is. Oh no, I didn't see this one yet. No, but that's a similar thing, or it sounds like a similar thing to what I'm talking about, kind of. We had a boozeradley.rip webpage for a while.
Interesting.
And it had like dancing baby gifs and stuff. But like, I don't know. I feel like Facebook's extremely dead, and I feel like having your own webpage as a band is like in it might even be more dead than using Facebook as a band. I don't know.
Imagine having a web page as a band.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Basically, all it was links to social media, like Linktree. And like, I think I had a merch section where you could just PayPal me for merch and hope that you got it.
I think it's interesting to kind of look at like the Wayback Machine, of like, say, like I'm a big My Chemical Romance fan, right? So like My Chemical Romance way back in 2003 had their own website, mychemicalromance.com. I think it's still up, but like back then they used to do like blog posts and they'd have their like music on their website and like interactive games and whatnot. So
My
it's
Chemical Romance games is a funny concept to begin with, but I know what you meant.
no, like literal like web games
Like,
that are like themed around their music.
like Hang 'em High, the game.
Yes, it's just Red Dead Redemption 2.
That'd be funny. Now I want to see like a FMV where it's Red Dead Redemption 2 and that song.
That would be hilarious.
I know what I'm doing this weekend. I saw them with Blink-182 in New Jersey.
Oh, that's cool. On the Honda Civic tour?
Yeah.
I'm such a loser. I remember the name of the tour. It was in like 2008 too, right?
The Honda Civic tour was 2010, I think. I want to say. No, 2000.
Why do I?
Because they weren't a band in 2008 yet. Blink-182.
Blink-182 was a band in 2008. What are you talking about?
Well, no, they were broken up.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes.
I feel like an idiot now.
They were extremely broken up because of like catty high school fighting, essentially.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh is right. Oh.
Well.
I can't believe my bed got destroyed by a Genshin Impact character.
Yeah,
this guy sucks at PvP. What?
We got back together as a band and then did that tour. But I think the one with My Chemical Romance was like 2013 maybe, or 2014.
Look it up.
Matt and Kim with them as well. Before whatever.
Honda Civic Tour. 2000 and...
That might have been the 09 one. I don't remember anymore. One was for one of their albums.
2011. Yep.
There you go. That sounds about right.
Headliner, Blink-182, My Chemical Romance, supporting Rancid, Manchester Orchestra, Against Me, Matt and Kim, Alkaline Trio, Neon Trees.
Jeez.
That's sick. I wonder who was opening the New Jersey show.
The one in Camden was Matt and Kim with My Chemical Romance and then Blink-182. I think they might have had like Chester French or some weird like white guy rapper open. Which I guess is not weird anymore, but it was in 2011 tapped with Blink-182.
Yep, Matt and Kim.
Yep.
That's the band.
That was a good show. It was very enjoyable.
I was... How old was I? I was 6 years old. I probably saw ads for it somewhere.
I snuck a Watermelon Four Loko into that show and got in a fight and got chased by security and had to run and hide.
Interesting.
Because I was like, geez, I don't know, 19 maybe at the time.
My first gig was 2 weeks ago, or my first show was 2 weeks ago.
That you played or went to?
I went to. I don't know why I say gig, just because I have friends in bands who say gig, and they called it a gig, so I guess I started calling it a gig. But yeah, my first show was, get this, the DIY Super Bowl.
Oh, we were at that, so I guess we didn't get to...
I may have moshed with you then. I don't know. Were you in the pit for any of the sets?
I think maybe at the end I finally did. But like, yeah, I don't know, I feel weird and old, so I probably did. I mean, I think at the end we did, but Dylan was doing his whole thing the whole time. Dylan also is like slightly younger than I am and the rest of the band, because he like skipped a grade in school. So he was like he was a grade below me, but he skipped the grade to get to that grade. So
Interesting. So y'all are like high school friends?
I've known Dylan probably since single digits at least, maybe like 8 or 9. We grew up in the same
That's
area.
so cool. See, I can't imagine starting a band with people I've known since like birth. Partially because like I moved around a lot, and partially because that sounds like
It has its ups and downs.
it sounds like if like y'all ever got into an argument, you'd just bring up some like random shit from 5th grade that you're secretly embarrassed about.
There have been enough recent things to bring up to embarrass each other with that we don't have to go that far back to bring things up. But yeah, I feel like the only reason we've been a band this long is probably because we've been friends that long. So like, it takes the stress out of hanging out with each other. Instead of
Because you've already been through a ton of ups and downs, I guess.
Yeah, well, like instead of like making plans to hang out, we just do band stuff. You know,
Sounds like fun.
because then we don't have to like. I mean, sometimes we'll still hang out occasionally outside of band stuff, but a lot of times it's just like Dylan's coming over this weekend. He's trying to get me to go to that show in New Jersey, which I forget what it is exactly. It's like a house show or something.
Oh, the DIY WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to go to that, but
he's trying to get me to go, and I was thinking about it, but I haven't decided yet. But he's still coming over afterwards, I think, so that we can like work on music and play Smash Bros. Like I think that's the plan, as is.
that's in Glassboro, isn't it? I might be able to make that.
Yeah, I have no idea where Glassboro even is, so I don't know if that's like.
It's in New Jersey.
Yeah, that I know. I just realized I also have to. I'm going with my. I'm going with my niece to the Camden Aquarium. My sister.
Aw.
So that'll be fun. But
the last time I went to an aquarium was like.
I feel like it's underrated, but I also haven't been in a long time. So.
Underrated aesthetic. Aquarium.
Aquariums. Yeah, because like the fish aren't like. It's not like being at a zoo where the animals are all like bummed out. Like the fish are chilling regardless, like whether you want them to or not. I mean, like for big fish like whales and stuff.
Heads up, you got one incoming, by the way. Come on, you can take him. Aw. You got him. You got him.
Well, hopefully I weakened him.
Thank you. I was able to finish him off. We got company incoming though. Hello. I know you have.
I had diamonds. Were you able to get them or?
Yep, I grabbed them and put them in the chest. Come here.
See, I'm starting to get it now. It's kind of like not capture the. Well, it's a little bit like capture the flag, right?
A little bit. If you see me engaging in trash talk against other teams, no, you do not.
Herobrine.
Oh shoot. Herobrine in the Minecraft lobby.
I've been trying to get Dylan to play Minecraft for a while now because like it's hard to explain why it's good for any age group. Like I play a lot of Space Sims. I do like all kinds of. Dylan's been playing Age of Empires a lot. But like I feel like Minecraft can be almost whatever you want it to be. You know?
Does Dylan run the Discord account for y'all?
He runs the Discord with our name. And I made the Discord channel for the Twitch stream originally. In case I was playing with people on the Twitch stream. But then Dylan.
So I've been talking to Dylan this whole time.
Mostly, probably. I'm the dog with the space helmet on in the Discord.
Oh, this guy's a minor fatigue trap. Boom.
I want to get. Ooh.
I want to be able to mine blocks. There we go. Oh shit! That scared me. Holy shit.
What was that?
This guy spawned and started. I got his back. That's fine. That's fine. He kind of sucks at the game. Kind of dog water. Kind of dog water.
Come on, more gold.
Hello. That's one. Why am I like stupidly broken today? I say as I die. But yeah, normally I'm never this good, especially considering I haven't touched this minigame in like a long time. Oh, it's just us, them, and Aqua. Holy crap.
I'm just trying to figure out what you can buy.
Do you have diamonds?
I don't. I had them and then I don't. But you
Check
grabbed
the
them, I think, right?
chest. Yeah, check the chest. There may be some diamonds in there. If you have diamonds in there, what you can do is you can go to the team upgrade section. And then you can buy a trap. So get a minor fatigue trap.
There are no diamonds in there, but
You can go to the diamond generator.
that's true. But also, I wanted to get a bow and arrow to try to knock people off the thing. And I have 32 arrows now.
In this game mode, bows and arrows are kind of cringe. So
Why is that?
fair warning. People say they're like for unskilled players. I mean,
Happy to
technically,
meet that guy. I have no issues.
yeah. I mean, technically, this is like your second round, so don't feel too bad about buying one. But like,
we'll see who's cringe when we win. That's how I look
that
at it.
is true. That is 110% true. Oh, Nick Shizzle. He has a diamond sword. I've been out gamered.
You're right there, right?
I'm at our base. Yes.
Uh-oh. Well, then that's
What?
not you that I just saw.
Who is this person? Where do they go?
Oh, now I got a shitload of diamonds.
Based. Where are they?
They were like straight ahead of where I'm looking now.
Oh shit.
But I don't see them now because I was gonna build a bridge over to there for the emeralds.
That is not good. Okay, come get a trap. Come here and open the item shop and buy a trap. Buy the minor fatigue trap. That way they can't get our bed as fast.
Minor fatigue.
Yes. So you open team upgrades and if you look, there should be a box for trap.
Got it. How many should I buy?
Just one. Just the one. Hey. Now our bed is partially secure. Also, I'm just gonna chase this green dude around the map.
I'm putting diamonds back in the chest.
Damn it! Oh! Let's go? Let's go? Oh shit, this guy's chasing me. Fuck, shit, fuck. I'm on like 1.5 hearts. This may be the end. This may be the end. Aw. It's fine, I'll come back. It shed 6 emeralds on me, that's kind of a bummer. This close to getting the good armor. Are the people in chat speaking?
Not in a while. At some point I want to actually start trimming things when I put them on the YouTube. I've been just exporting them from Twitch. But the YouTube
Exporting
channel,
from Twitch is fun.
yeah, it works. It's better than nothing for sure. I was bummed. Have you ever heard of the game Deep Rock Galactic?
Uh-huh.
I was playing that last night, I think, and we were getting into like the drop pod to leave the level, and I threw a satchel charge outside of it and blew my friend up who was messing with me the whole previous mission. And I killed him right as we all got on it, so he couldn't get on it.
That's funny.
And I was like, too bad I didn't have that on Twitch. Because I wasn't streaming it.
Why you record everything.
I should have been. Oh.
Oh. God damn it.
Did he kill you?
No. I jumped after him and
Ooh, I nailed it.
then
I hit him with an arrow from like pretty good distance.
yeah, nice.
He's hiding behind that stone right over there.
Gotcha, that one. Hello. Nice.
I'm picking it up okay, I think.
That's good. Yeah, this game mode, especially like after day one of Forest Fest, we have an event called Beds for Trevor, which Forest is doing. It's this exact game mode, except with 4 players per team, and we're raising money for the Trevor Project, and it's all 100% LGBT creators. So we've got small streamers who are going to be joining us to raise 1,500 for the Trevor Project. And that's actually July 31st, so Saturday. That was our very first event, like ever. And it's wild that we're getting to do it again a second time with a great group of people. So
it's nuts
there's
because this kind of stuff like this kind of option's relatively new to me, like, which is sick that instead of just using like video game for escapism, finding a way to make it like useful for building awareness of things, raising money for things, and more like I think most importantly, building community with people.
Definitely. I think what was really cool about Beds for Trevor was the community we were able to build around the event. A community that came together to get like $1,600 for the Trevor Project on our very first event, and then another $750 for COVID relief. We did an emergency event for COVID relief in India. So I think that was really cool that we got people to kind of like come together in a way around a video game. Oh shoot! Someone has invis.
Uh-oh.
They fell off, it looks like.
Oh, okay. No, I'm falling.
It's time to put them to an end.
I'm busy perpetually falling right now.
Uh-oh. Do you slash stuff? Does that do anything? Try.
And destroy the offender's block. Nope. Oh, almost.
No.
Oh, I got out of it,
Nice.
but then I'm still kind of laggy stuff. Well, not so much anymore.
So Alex, you kind of want to hear some secrets about what we're doing after 4S Fest?
Of course.
So after 4S Fest, we're probably going to do a couple more music festivals, partially because as like a really big music person myself, I'm like really partial to that kind of event. But like, we're probably going to see a lot more, a lot less events, like physical events, because we're going to be shifting focus to initiatives in a little while, which is going to be fun. So we've got a couple neat projects planned and a couple really neat. Oh,
Should have guessed.
I heard an explosion.
Pleasures.
Oh no. So we've got a couple really cool partnerships lined up and a couple of really cool initiatives planned that I think will really start to forward our mission statement, which is going to be fun because our mission as an organization has always been to kind of create awareness and spread diversity for marginalized creators. So we're kind of stepping away from organizing events in a video game and moving into like actually physically getting out there and impacting the people, which I think
So
is incredibly
IRL
cool.
direct action, essentially.
Pretty much, we're helping with a couple IRL events, some really big IRL events coming up in summer 22 that I can't really talk about. Like I said, another music festival, this time probably bigger charity goal, more bands, trying to feature more smaller bands.
Do you have like an organizational name that you're planning on using for that, or is that in the works?
Everything is going to be under the 4S name. So we're going to, after this event, we're going to go a little quiet for a bit. So we have planned a really, really big restructure around some really cool projects. And I don't know if I should name drop, but
No pressure to do so, but
us and the buddies over at CloudSurf Records have some interesting stuff planned. So shout out to
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Shout out to Jake from CloudSurf, by the way. Shout out to Devin from CloudSurf. Probably some of the best people I know in terms of being good label people and also being so willing to work with us to kind of further initiatives.
Yeah, record label is terrifying idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not that raising money for charity is a walk in the park, either.
Yeah. So what we're hoping to do is, right, we're partners with CloudSurf Records, and what we're hoping to do is we're hoping to sort of help smaller, more diverse bands, so like LGBT bands and BIPOC bands, kind of do tape runs for those bands, maybe get them signed, pitch them to record labels, or maybe get them on the uh, Cloud Surf label. So if if you are in a smaller band, um, or heck, not even a smaller band, just like an LGBT band or a BIPOC band, and you want to do a tape run, um, we're looking for people to do tape runs with. So yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Uh, Not that I have like a ton of personal experience to contribute to that thought, but one of the things, just a consequence of my own sort of rumination on this, I guess, is we've been working on this EP for a little bit, and like I don't, I've been having a hard time thinking about what to write about, which is
Mm-hmm.
always an issue, but this time around my big issue was that like it's starting to frustrate me, the emphasis on like, because we were like big in like, I guess what you would call fourth wave emo, like our friends and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and like it was all fine and dandy and whatnot, but like the emphasis on like uh skinny white guys skinny white guys in t-shirts, like
Mm-hmm.
that started to make me wonder, like we were discussing with political punk earlier, like at what point, or like maybe not what point, but like where's the healthy balance between like expression for relief and like catharsis, and like the vanity project of some like cis white guys whining because I don't know, because it has become sort of like a musical male gaze kind of thing, and like
Oh yeah, definitely.
one of the songs that I had a hard time pitching to some of our bandmates, because it came out almost intentionally cringy at points, but we called the song White Guy Emo 2. And the general premise was just that, like, how many more songs do we need about um, a guy whose feelings are hurt over someone they were like romantically ambitious over, like
How much more incel music do we
how
need?
much more. It really struck me as like a sour note, but one that like I couldn't deny at the same time. Was my friend who had been in the punk scene a lot longer than me, uh, and he's actually running like a pretty fun looking Halloween show coming up in October. But he referred to the Descendants as incelcore, and I was like, oh no. I was like, I've always
Not the
liked the Descendants.
Descendants.
I mean, he probably loved the Descendants too for the longest time, but like, I think it was sort of like a realization that like, you know, times change, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like
like,
the Descendants definitely rock in their own right, but like I feel like you gotta kind of view it through the lens of this was kind of the scene at the time. This is We've come a long way since then. Like we can still enjoy the classics, but remember that they did stuff wrong too.
yeah, I mean, we always are going to,
Mhm.
and like, I don't think punk music would be as interesting if people were only concerned with doing things that were like, I guess even if they were only concerned with doing things that are ethically sound all the time, they might lose track of like where pedagogy has brought them to be influenced by someone else's ethics, like
Yeah, like if we didn't have the absolute, um, like I'm gonna be honest, the Sex Pistols. are the reasons I got into punk music, even though they aren't punk at all. Like Johnny Rotten is like full blown MAGA, but like without them, I don't think a lot of people would have like gotten into punk. And that is the sole reason the Sex Pistols should be quote unquote appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard someone make this argument before, and it's sat well with me, which was, why even bother making an argument for the Sex Pistols when you have the Clash? And like, that checks to me, but
oh, I'm not arguing in favor of the Sex Pistols.
no, but I mean, like, the Clash was there at the same time doing like the same thing but better, you know. But
oh yeah, definitely.
Not that like it's to say like what a person finds about first is better or worse. It's just that's your history with whatever, you know, what type of music or what have you. But like
the Clash go hard.
Yeah, I'm going in. Okay. But no, I mean, like, I guess my own personal feeling was just like getting tired of, like, I have a girlfriend that I'm like and like it feels kind of kitschy to be trying to write music about a girl that broke my heart, but it's like I have to dig that up from my past, you know. And like that's, but then what do you write emo music about? So like we're working on that EP, which is sort of a rejection of that, going to more like fast punk rock stuff.
Based.
I don't even know if I would call it emo per se, but the full length we're trying to follow up our last full length with, we're kind of focusing on emo, being emo for the world, you know, like so like we have a song called Siberian Hellfire that we're working on that is about the forest fires in Siberia, and I'm working on a song called Library of Alexandria, which is about like anti-intellectualism in our current time.
It has been like what 2,000 years, and I'm still mad about the destruction of the Library of Alexandria.
As everyone should be. But
one
like,
word. Why?
The feeling to me was like we haven't grown past that at all. Like, and then like that's sort of, I mean, like those are concepts worth being sad about that don't require bringing up a girl that dumped you when you were 17 or something, you know.
Definitely. I feel like the question for me with emo music is, does it have emotion in it? That's literally the only question you need to, for me, to like answer to be really considered emo. Because emo isn't just like sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, emotive hardcore and all that stuff, right? Like in melodic hardcore, that was all like a big breakaway from some of the earlier emo around the time that I started caring more about it. But so another thing that kind of happened by chance that has made this more interesting is that I inherited like crates and crates of dad rock records. Like straight up, like I got a first press of Dark Side of the Moon, and like
you could probably sell that for a whole $70.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are worth a decent amount of money, but like I've never listened to like Pink Floyd before because like I was just like, yeah, fuck that. I like Green Day or whatever, you know. And like now I'm going back and listening to all these records, and it's definitely having some kind of impact on whatever we're trying to do.
That's so interesting. My music journey was like the complete opposite.
Yeah,
I started off
Led Zeppelin. That's the only one I would say is like when I was like 12, I was like yeah, Led Zeppelin, and now I can't even name a song by them if I thought.
Yeah, I started off. My dad got me into like As a little kid, I used to listen to like my dad, my mom, and it's just us three, right? So my dad and my mom would put on jazz records, and I'd listen to those. Um, he still is big into like Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, the Eagles. So I kind of started off listening to like dad rock, I guess, and gradually made my way. I forget how exactly. I think I don't even remember, such a long time ago. I think it was My Chemical Romance that really got me into like bands like Thursday and like Bring Me the Horizon, and just kind of going down the rabbit hole from there
Pretty
was
sure I
kind of
saw
the
them at
thing.
Orchard one time.
Hill.
Bring Me the Horizon.
I would kill to see Bring Me the Horizon live. They're like my most scrabbled artist on Last FM. Love them so much.
So I just realized part of the reason I think what I had to put up with as a kid is my mom was like, my mom was probably about my age now when she had me,
Mhm.
which is funny to think about in its own way, because like, yikes for me. It's too soon for me to have kids, but uh, she was really into Nirvana and Green Day at that time. So like that's all I heard growing up. Like there were no Beatles in my house. There's no jazz. There's no anything. It's just punk and grunge is all I had growing up.
Sounds like a fun childhood.
It was cool, but like I definitely at times I remember when I like went to my friend's house in high school and like his family were all Beatles people. I was like, what the hell is this? This is awesome. Why did I never hear this band before?
Beatles
What a
people.
dumb band to like feel that way about it at the same time. Now, yeah, now I'm just like I've been spinning I got a Steely Dan record I've been listening to a lot. I got some
Ooh.
weird ones I've been dumping, like diving into. And I can't wait to see what kind of emo music that'll produce. Yeah, we're yacht rock emo now.
Yacht rock emo. You and Ogred the Nerd could do a yacht rock flip, because I've
I
been seeing them
that
talk
would be
about
sweet.
yacht rock
I was
all on
joking to
Twitter.
Dylan. I was like,
Middle class emo.
I don't know. Everybody finds their way from a different vantage point, but I think that the big thing for me, because it's so like ingrained in what I was like taught growing up, is just the DIY ethic element of it. Like I don't I don't think I would I don't even know who I'd be without having been brought into DIY scenes growing up,
Mhm.
Like I don't know if I'd be politically who I am, but I don't know if I'd be doing any of this. I mean, hell, Minecraft's a pretty DIY game to begin with.
Definitely.
Literally, you have to build everything from scratch. And the more help you have from other people, the bigger things you can accomplish. We need to do some IRL Minecraft as like the climax of the DIY epic. Like build a giant block by block pixel Mario in real life somewhere.
That'd be really cool. Forest Fest 3 IRL edition.
IRL Forest Fest, yeah. You just give us a ring whenever that happens, and I'll bring cardboard boxes.
One of my friends did an Among Us a rock opera tape. I don't know if you heard about that one.
Wait, did a what now?
Among Us a rock opera. They did a tape run of that.
Wow.
It's like a comp, I think. I don't know. I'm not the one who made the comp.
That's, I'm seriously curious about that one. What's going on?
I died. Don't die. He's dead.
Nope. Oh, there you go.
Where's
Ay,
the other
ay,
one?
ay. Probably not the best idea, but... Oh. Okay. Have you ever played the game Manhunt in like person?
Manhunt? I think I have before.
In retrospect, what a gendered hide and go seek game title there. It's never woman hunt.
Person hunt.
Person hunt. Hide and seek which already exists. But,
Manhunt sounds edgier.
I guess.
That's why it's the teenage version of
It
hide and
also
seek.
sounds very pro criminal justice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Got him.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
Okay, we're good. Never mind.
Yeah, I killed them all. You got nothing to worry about. Any more interesting questions for me?
Well, I'm sure.
So I've got some interesting stuff to talk about.
Alright, how about favorite mammal?
Favorite mammal? Gotta say platypi, because they're not really mammals, but they are mammals at the same time. They lay eggs. Yes. They're still mammals, though. They're warm-blooded.
I'm a vegetarian. I do occasionally eat eggs. And I'm wondering if anyone's ever eaten a platypus egg. Like
Someone definitely has. Someone somewhere definitely has.
You gotta be a real sicko.
Probably. See, an interesting food dish I had was chicken feet.
Oh gosh.
It's a delicacy in China. It's.
I mean, you can buy it in Philly, no problem.
It's really good, actually.
I don't like the idea of eating feet generally.
Yeah.
I don't know. Feet in general, not my favorite.
I think I think it's really cool that my parents kind of like instilled in me young like the importance of like trying things food-wise, because I feel like food is like a really massive gateway into culture. So I pride myself on being able to eat literally anything.
Yeah, I mean, I've eaten some weird stuff, out of the ordinary things, but I have like,
What are weird vegetarian dishes like?
I mean, there's a restaurant in Philly I really like that's like probably too expensive and too fancy to be what it is. But I think that's kind of the point. It's like a nice dinner vegetarian place called Veg. And they make some weird like it gets more into like molecular gastronomy kind of things.
Ooh.
Where it's like, oh, this is a potato that tastes like a salmon, and you're just like, what? Why? And like they're like, I don't know, because you're here. Like, okay. But like that, oh, what a dingleberry.
I keep forgetting that you live in Philly. Have you ever been to Goldie's before?
No, and I want to be. I want to go.
Their tahina shakes are so good. Definitely worth the hype.
The reason I haven't gone is because when I had planned on going, it was still just like a stand in Whole Foods, and now it's like a thing of its own.
Mhm.
I just haven't had the chance to check out the new place.
That Whole Foods is like one of my favorite places in Philly. Gotta be real with you. It is so expensive. I just love going there because it's just like a really big Whole Foods.
Yeah, I mean it feels a little bit like a food library almost, you know.
Mhm.
But no, I mean I my friend was actually a cheesemonger at that Whole Foods. That was her job title.
Cheesemonger. So like a fishmonger, but for cheese.
I don't understand.
Minecraft. Oh, they built a
They,
giant ass bridge.
they go under it.
Oh shit, they have invis. Oh shit. Okay. Trying to think about what I haven't mentioned yet. Okay, so talked about Forest Fest, talked about having 30 artists, talked about the $1,500 fundraising goal, talked about tapes. All right, I should probably talk about tapes a little more. So,
What's the
tapes.
rollout for that gonna look like?
Right now we are working with 4 different labels. So we've got two two US and two international labels. So we've got I need to hurry this up. So we got Cloud Surf Records and Sleepy Clown representing the United States, and we've got Hunk of Plastic and Paper Boats representing international. So what we're doing is we're gonna do a part one and part two. So US part one, US part two, and then um, international part one or national part two, and then they're all going to be label specific variants. So the Sleepy Cloud one's going to be Sleepy Cloud themed, Cloud Surf one's going to be Cloud Surf themed, etc. So we thought of it a couple of weeks into the original planning process for Forest Fest. We were like, hey, um, what if we reached out to a couple of record labels and we're like, what if we did a comp just so that we could like get more people involved and we could also support labels as well? Because especially DIY labels, like major record labels can suck it, but DIY record labels are out here doing some amazing work. Like they do really good work and they definitely deserve a lot of support as
I
well.
mean it's so the thought has crossed my mind once or twice to like do a DIY label with friends and stuff. Cause like I've used like a tape duplicator before and like I do Photoshop and get labels made and all that good stuff. But like
Mhm.
the commitment is like wild because you're like
It's hard.
you're holding other people's like craft in your hands to like
Yeah.
have the same respect for it that they do, you know.
It's hard, and like some of my buddies at labels do A&R and booking as well for the bands that they sign. So
Oh,
it's like
intense.
full time, like it's the grind, and they definitely deserve like 110% recognition as well. Like again, shout out to my buddy Jake. Um,
Where
he
so good.
puts in so much into his label, and like hopefully like as their friend I want to see like I want to see their label succeed, but at the same time like from like a purely like outsider perspective I also like really want them to blow up because they 100% deserve it. Same with Knife Punch Records. I know Danny from Knife Punch puts in a butt ton of effort into what they do. Same with Chillwave. I'm just talking about people I know, but like
No, I mean it's been interesting to me because uh, I mean, my friend Dan ran a label called Cat Cat Records a long time ago. And I have my friend Chris who was running Square of Opposition. He's doing a lot more screen printing these days. And like they got out, or one of them got out of it, the other kind of tapered off how much they put out. But like as the person running the label from like a business standpoint, it's a guaranteed losing proposition. Like you have to know right away that that's what you're getting into. Like even if you can, if you're lucky, you can do right by the bands, you know?
Hmm.
Like at least that's what I've seen. And like you can definitely like recoup merch costs and stuff if you're like smart about it. But I don't know you'll that anyone running a DIY label, I don't know that they'd ever recoup their labor costs for the amount of labor they put into it, you know?
Definitely.
So it's got to be something you love. It's like I remember they used to say that about like professional cooking when I was cooking a bunch. Like
Hmm.
you don't do it unless you can't do any like unless you can't not do it. You can't do it, you know.
Definitely. Why did I go off on a tangent about record labels again?
Well, you're talking about the label, the DIY labels that were helping roll out the tapes, which brought me to a question I had for you.
Go for
Um,
it.
Cloud Surf and you said Sleepy Clown was the other one.
Yep.
Where are they based in the U.S.?
Cloud Surf is, I believe Cloud Surf is Tennessee, but one of my buddies, who lives in New Jersey, kind of helps out with that as well. So they're kind of spread out across the US. And I know next to nothing about Sleepy Khan's location.
Well, the one thing I've noticed, like with the sort of Twitter DIY, uh, like I don't know if you call it like a crowd or whatever you want to call it. The like, I guess it's a scene of its own. Like, it's interesting to me because scenes have always, in my experience, have always been based on some loose geographic location.
Hmm.
And like I was saying that, I forget who I was ranting to about this, but the concept of like the Philly DIY Super Bowl like freaked me out at first because I was so confused about how like bands I've never seen live before while living in Philly for 10 years are putting on like a Philly mega event, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what is this? And then like then I started to like piece it together with like the Twitter DIY crowd and like the people that drove from all over to go to that show. And
Hmm.
I was like, okay, so Philly's basically just um, like a stand-in for a greater geographic area. It felt like to me after like thinking about that. So it was like a place for everyone from Twitter to meet up
Yes.
at that time and place, you know, like, and that's actually really sick. Like that was what we were. It's hard because you get a heart of stone over time, but that's what we were always like dreaming about when we were like 14, 15, 16. Like the day that the internet would allow us to somehow have a larger scene in general and then be able to like huddle when we can, you know?
Mhm.
And like
That's
it's a beautiful thing to see for sure.
that's definitely the magic of the internet, bringing people together, like accessibility. Like the internet, I think we were talking about it a little earlier, has allowed for so much accessibility and like people to be able to come to events and not have to worry about transportation costs, where they're gonna, you know, stay, stuff like that. Because you can just as easily host an event on Minecraft, and if you put enough time into it, it can almost feel like a real event. Like nothing's gonna be moshing, or like the feeling of being in a pit and being with random strangers you don't know, but somehow you trust because you're kind of in a packed space together. But like
I wouldn't say never, like it the in the sense that like this the place that we're at now as like an online community was sort of a pipe dream 10 years ago.
Mhm.
Like it was like in the days of like I don't know 350 kbps internet, like the idea of putting on a festival of any kind on the internet was a joke. Like it was like, yeah, okay, buddy. Like, and now here we are. Like the pandemic made it a reality on top of everything else. But like
Didn't MySpace do a concert series
they might have been
in
messing around
2008?
with it a little bit, but like it wasn't for the average person to just be able to do it. It
Definitely,
was
yeah.
off the table for like YouTube didn't even have streaming until like 2015. Like
Yeah, definitely. I was more thinking like in general, but like
yeah, I mean they
accessibility
for
has skyrocketed.
Yep. I just mean like the idea of a DIY version of that was like you had to have a major label or Live Nation or something behind you to get the kind of gear and stuff you need. And then even then, how many people would be able to consume it without like
Mhm.
buffering issues and stuff. And like on top of that, a live chat and maybe a voice chat or a virtual space to move around in. Like 30 years from now, maybe I'm optimistic that I'll live to be 60 since this is my midlife crisis episode. Uh,
VR Fest?
VR Fest, who knows? Like bodysuit and all, holodeck, who knows? Like I'm optimistic about technology because I've seen it go from so very little to where we're at now. And like to see a packed out show that only got word of mouth through like basically Twitter. Uh, it's just like because there weren't in Philly at least there weren't. I know there was some flyering done for it, but like people weren't really taking in flyers in the run up to it because people still weren't totally allowed back out in the public yet.
Mhm.
So like a lot of it had to be promoted just through word of mouth
Twitter.
online.
Yeah, I
Me
really think it's
specifically.
crazy that I still think it's crazy that like Twitter hyped the event up so much. Like definitely like the bands themselves are incredibly talented, but I feel like Twitter played a lot into like people wanting to go because a lot of people met their myself included, like saw it as a chance to meet their friends as well and like hang out, watch a good show, stuff like that. But like I really learned about it through Twitter. I know a lot of my friends did.
We're just
So,
doing this chat thing and also Forest Fest, right? And the compilations that Twitter's put together through different DIY labels or different groups or whatever. Because of all of that, it's so. I was thinking about this right before we started streaming. A friend of mine from years ago, we used to play tons of shows together in Philly basements and stuff in like 2015, 2014, whatever. And
mhm,
like as far as he knows, like the Philly music scene is dead. And what I'm seeing is a totally different picture of like what the DIY scene is in general. Like because he doesn't
definitely.
interact with that community at all, and like the the live streams, the uh like little bit of effort we've had to put in for these compilations that people have just been putting most of the legwork behind to get them out that have all raised money for different things, and like what you're doing, it's all such like it reminds me a lot. This is gonna sound kind of stupid, but it reminds me in a good way of the few good things about playing music in high school. Except instead of outside of lockers, we have Twitter.
Maybe someday we will stream a fest entirely live onto
Onto
You
what?
know what? You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. We can stream a fest onto Twitter because Twitter
Well,
has a built-in live stream integration.
it's probably possible. I'm too much of a Luddite to know, but I know our YouTube has the streaming capability that I only use like twice because I keep getting banned for listening to slowed down versions of 80s songs. But why don't we? Do you want to quick show any? We can save that for another time if you don't want to do
Oh
it.
yeah, definitely. Hold on, I'll DM you the
Sure.
IP.
Yeah, no problem. And then I
Oh,
guess we can talk about dates and times and stuff.
definitely.
But also, thanks for getting me into this because now I have the server saved and you may have.
Oh shoot, I gotta whitelist you real quick. Hold on.
Sure.
I gotta just do some.
No rush.
All right.
Should I back out of this server though for the time being?
Yep.
Cool.
All right, you're all good. You're all good to. You're all clear to join the second server.
Nice. I mean, I also have to say, as whack as it is, I think this year has taught me basically that I don't know why I have a Facebook, but I'm gonna quick hide the stream before I put the URL in just to be a weirdo.
Speaking of which, this URL will not be private for very much longer, or this server IP will not be private for very much longer, because we are like 10 days out from the fest. So if you want updates on our on the server IP and stuff, maybe more sneak peeks at the map. Might want to check out our Discord, which is also on twitter.com/4sfest. Definitely check that out if you're watching.
Yeah, I was going to say I think Twitter and yeah, like I know I was listening to someone talk about this the other day, but basically, Facebook is dead, Instagram is dying, and Twitter and Discord are alive at the moment. I like Discord a lot myself. I know it's not for everyone, but
Discord is an interesting place, for sure.
I'm also not afraid of being groomed on Discord, so I have that benefit.
That is a definite benefit.
Although I could end up getting turned into a cat girl without
All right, hold on.
Sure.
Feel free to log into that server, by the way. I'm just gonna have
I'm
to.
in the waiting area.
Sweet, hold on.
I'm already appreciating the attention to detail.
This was our old lobby, so if you want to head through, hold on. I've now given you creative mode. Please don't place blocks.
I won't. Yeah.
If you come through here, this is a map for one of our events we held last month, Pride Prom. We had around 40 people at night.
I like the glow block, the glow stem.
Yeah, this was pretty cool. We had 40 people at around like 7 p.m. at night, just kind of chilling on the server in Discord voice call, hanging out, doing a scavenger hunt, listening to music. We actually have this really cool audio plugin called Open Audio MC that we use to stream music live into Minecraft. So that's what we'll be using for Forest Fest. Well, it's not into Minecraft. There's an audio client, but what's really cool is that the client kind of links up with your Minecraft server side. So it has positional audio, and like we were able to get music playing in only this club, and it's just really cool to mess around with, and it gives us like a whole new level of integration into the actual
It's stuff like that
game.
reminds me that I was briefly like a student worker for my college's IT department, and we had a Minecraft server for the IT department just separately.
Interesting.
And it reminds me of why, because like you don't like it could theoretically be used to solve like real programming problems and stuff too. You know, like the options of what you can do with this game are pretty open-ended.
Limitless.
Yeah. How did you get
All
the
right.
Is that one of the power-ups specifically doing the pink beam?
That is hold on.
I forget what those are called. Beacons.
The beacon. So what we did is we have this little redstone thingy down here. This was made by one of our map makers.
Oh, I know you can do
I
that.
don't know if it's still on. Oh, it stops. Probably because we had a server reset, but normally what this would do is
Oh, I see. It would like cut it off and on.
kind of like shifting the beam to different colors.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think someone broke it.
I think
No.
I conceptually understand though.
Yes.
That's pretty
All right.
dope.
So now I'm gonna give you a sneak peek at the map for day 2 of Forest Fest, but from an artist perspective. So keep in mind that this is not the final product. Our build teams are hard at work doing some of the minor details of the build, but
Oh, this is like straight up Rainbow Road. Oh,
this is backstage.
okay.
So this is our little backstage area for artists. We've got, you know, quote unquote dressing rooms. So you got yourself a little green room. Nice and cozy.
I like that there's barrels in there. That's important to me.
Yes. So if we come back up here, we are the first Minecraft festival to have Capri Suns available for artists pre-show. Free Capri Suns. That wasn't even on anyone's rider. It's just there.
You know, it reminds me, I forgot because I was getting frustrated with Dylan. I finally made a rider to piss him off. And the only
What
thing
is
on
on the what
was
is
it?
on the Booze Radley rider?
It's very specific. 112 pack of Fago Red Pop. The Juggalo
That's a cool
soda,
rider.
if you will.
That's a cool rider. So
And
here we've got like a slime pit kind of thing.
yeah, this is kind of sick. I didn't know you could do that.
And chairs.
Are those made from quartz?
Yes.
Knew it.
We only use the finest materials here at Forest Fest.
I'm trying to get a quartz couch in my house. That's how I know I've made it.
So if you head out here,
You can charge it in the moonlight, actually.
sure. You are the first artist to go through this doorway. How do you feel?
You know, like I should have had more Capri Sun.
So if you head out here,
Oh, this is sick.
this is our stage. It's our little pit area out there. We're setting up merch back there. We got seating, more Capri Suns, and the VIP area up top for all of the different visiting artists. And we may sell VIP passes. I know I handed a couple out on the Twitter because, yeah, we managed to get a drum set model into Minecraft. It's kind of like a different way to like make a drum set. We still haven't figured out snare miking, but once we have the drum set.
This is gnarly.
Yeah, this is only day 2. I know they've started on the day 1 map, and I'm going to show you the day 3 map.
Wait, are there bats in here too?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you can go full Ozzy Osbourne if you wanted to.
Or Meatloaf.
I
The
almost.
two routes, Ozzy Osbourne or Meatloaf.
Um,
I'm gonna disappear for half a second on your screen so I can teleport you to the second map. Well, the third map, but the second map I will be showing you. So, this map is loosely based off of 974 Gilman,
oh shit.
or 924 Gilman. I forget the number. Gilman Street.
The one that Green Day's kicked out of permanently.
Yes. So again, this is your backstage area. I don't know why, but the dressing rooms are bigger here than they are at day 2.
Oh shit. I poop in the barrels.
As this is our heavy day, in addition to Capri Sun, we also have. I was not in charge of making the little additions.
The effects from it too.
Slowness 4 and resistance 3.
Very
Alright, so if
solid.
you head out this way.
Oh, that's like the funkiest keyboard I've ever seen.
It's got 6 keys.
You know what that looks like?
What?
Have you ever heard of or seen the TV show? I think it's just called Dinosaurs, where the dinosaurs are like a family kind of sitcom.
I may have heard of it.
It's got some freakish puppetry, but the gist of it is everything is like Stone Age looking, even though they're a normal middle class dinosaur family. And that looks like the kind of keyboard they would play, kind of. Oh shit. What? How? I don't understand. Extra sound
This is
effects.
So this is
This is
our little
actually how I
VIP
play the
room.
drums, which is why Peter doesn't let me touch his drums.
By stepping on them.
He actually got very mad at me one time for jumping off of his kick drum.
Oh shit.
And then I did it again because he got mad at me. Oh shit. Oh, I like this too. This is what a real show feels like.
But
Let me out! Let me out!
we gotta put a no stage diving sign up here like they have at Gilman.
Oh man. This is sick. Oh, there's a 7-Eleven outside? What the?
Yep. Suburban California, baby.
Oh man.
We had to do the detailing. So we've got like a house out here. We got like a 7-Eleven. And our builder, one of our builders is from Australia. So they actually spent a good hour just researching American roads so they could build the exterior of the map, which I find incredibly funny for multiple reasons.
Yeah, in
Anyways,
America or in Australia, they call them roadie woadies.
roadie woadie. Where the heck is the day 1 map? I haven't logged on in a day and already they've made so much progress on that.
This is sick. I feel like if this isn't already part of the plan, I feel like we probably should get like someone to like get a cool compilation video or something, you know? POV shots.
Definitely. Oh, that would be sick. I'll have to talk to a couple of the artists and see if they have rigs that are capable. If not, I can probably practice.
Well, I know
I
I'll
don't
have
know.
time that weekend, and I have OBS already. Like I have
The
Capture One.
cemetery, yeah, the cemetery tapes do virtual fest.
That's a good question.
That
One
is
that
a
I don't
great
think I can
question.
answer. I'm still like trying to figure out these drums and how they have effects. that sound like drums.
Yeah, so
it's
building
the
is done on day one. I just need to find the thing. It's here somewhere. I know that much.
so it's, let me see if I remember this though. It's the 29th through the 31st. Is that right?
It's the 30th through the 1st. Close enough.
Close. Yeah, I'm bad with dates.
Same. Where is?
I didn't even realize there were 31 days in July.
Me neither. Frick. Right.
So wait, which day did we get put on? Are we on the heavy one?
Well, I'm still doing some last minute tweaking for because some bands, interesting story actually. A couple of bands like were last minute unable to make their scheduled day. So I got in a voice call with a couple of my buddies and we started redoing, not really redoing the days, but moving people around so they could make their days. So we may completely just change the day schedule in the next couple of weeks, but like as of now, you guys are on July 31st, and I don't think that's going to change. So that's day 2.
Cool. Yeah. Funny story about that weekend. I'm on the 29th. I'm moving a piano into my apartment, like a full ass piano, not a grand piano, but like
Ooh.
a heavy ass upright piano. And then my girlfriend is going on vacation to Alabama. So I will be putting this up on the living room TV, acting like a dumbass, doing whatever I want all weekend. It's going to be great.
Moshing alone in.
It'll be me and a corgi moshing alone in a loft apartment to a Minecraft concert. You know, if you would have told me 10 years ago that's what I was doing with my life, I would have been jealous of myself now.
Incredibly paced. Where is this map? It looks so cool too.
And this is for day 1, right?
Yeah. I'm just flying around trying to find it.
Oh, you have to actually physically move around and find it?
Yep.
That makes sense, but I didn't think about that.
Let me teleport you outside of the actual map.
Uh-oh.
We're going to get a behind the scenes look at what this actually looks like. So first I'm going to put you in creative if you're not already, and then
No. I'll fall to my death. Oh.
fly up here.
How?
Double click space.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay. Well, that's a starting point.
Come back here. Come look at this. This is what the map looks like from the outside. So it's pretty incredible what you can do with confined spaces and detailing.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't even considered the way that you could make it almost like a theatrical set.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings up other ideas altogether, like Minecraft play. You know?
Minecraft theater, yes. We are going to broadcast the fine arts into Minecraft in 2022. Just you wait. Let me show you what the outside of the day 2 map looks like while I continue my quest to find. I have seen screenshots from day 1. I know it exists.
I was unaware of the way that the map does culling like this. It makes sense. I didn't realize.
It's just a giant box. Look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought it hadn't loaded into the game. Is anybody
Map?
gonna be able to see that part of it?
Which part?
The the words?
Nope. That's probably that may be there because our social media managers want to
Gotcha.
like take screenshots of the giant box.
And you have actual villages too?
I mean, if one of the maps gets griefed, we can just stick everyone in this tiny little church right here and call it a 2008 metalcore show.
See what that's funny. But what I was wondering is why not put all the villagers in the building?
True.
Although that might be auditorily distracting. What is
Yes.
this? A murder
What?
pit?
Where?
Did I
Oh,
find the
you
other stage?
found it!
Base.
Wow.
Call me freaking Magellan over here.
Wow. I can't believe. Pain. Okay. But yeah, you found it.
Wow, alright,
This is hard.
that's definitely getting clipped just because it'll prove for once that I have some directional awareness by accident. I'm still blown away by the drums. See, this looks like the one where you want to have TNT falling on the audience. As long as you make everything else like indestructible.
I haven't even seen the backstage for this one yet. I wonder what that looks like.
Whoa.
So this is backstage. Apparently backstage is open air. I might ask them to put a tent over this just for realism purposes.
I don't know, it's almost like a festival.
Day one, yeah, day one is the outdoor day. We might move it around depending on what, like, where the heavier bands end up, right? Because it was meant to go from day one being open air, kind of like pop, to day two being like the like, okay, we're still kind of a mixed bag, but we're getting heavier. And then day three is just like cyber grind and like sasscore. And also heavier rock a little bit. But yeah, this is a really sick backstage, by the way. Props to our building team.
Okay. I'm gonna
Massive.
have to pick out a better skin for my Minecraft guy.
How the heck do you get on stage? Oh, shoot. Look
I
at
figured
this.
it out, yeah. The day that I play a show that actually has an entrance to a stage like that is the day I'll know I made it as a musician.
This is cool. Look at how big this stage is. The orange area or the yellow area is the VIP section. So like, if we do end up,
oh my gosh, I'm stuck. I was like, can you imagine playing a set that far apart from your bandmates? Like people do it, but it's a terrifying concept.
would be wild.
Aha.
You've climbed on the scaffolding. That is against
This
the
is where I'm
venue
going,
rules.
Woodstock 94 over here.
That's against the venue rules. We're gonna have to kick you out, man.
Slinging mud. Uh-oh. Well, so is there anything else you want to go over? Because I think we've been doing about 2-hour streams and we're about there now, so that's well within the confines of our usual.
I think I think that's everything actually. We got a sneak peek of the maps. Talked
I
about
got
the
to help design the
sets.
map. Very proud of myself for that.
I'm gonna mark down the coordinates.
I'm gonna go see if I can go into space. See what happens. Yeah, it's pretty close to the day 2 one actually. Well, from this vantage point. But so it's the 30th through the 1st.
Yep. And the poster is up on our Twitter, which is twitter.com/forestfest. The charity event we're doing for the Trevor Project is twitter.com/beds for Trevor. So that's beds for the number 4 and Trevor. And then our main organization Twitter that I need to start using more often is twitter.com/4sgroup.
Gotcha.
And we're going to be doing all sorts of events and initiatives and cool things. Uh, we're calling July 30th through August 1st our creator weekend. So we're featuring, you know, Minecraft streamers if you're into that thing. So we got a Bed Wars tournament. And we've got Forest Fest, which is going to be sick. And then we've got some interesting stuff premiering after day 3 of Forest Fest. And yeah, I think that covers everything.
I'll allow it. I'll also put the links in the description for the YouTube video. And just to end it, I'm gonna play like a 2-second snippet of one of the tracks that we recorded while I fall from really high up on the map and die. I think that'll be a fun way to end it off.
Map looks really weird from up here.
Oh,
Like
I think
cool
I hit
way.
the skybox. All right, here we go. So this is the should be line up. This is the opening track for our session. Oh, don't teleport me yet. Skybox. Uh-oh.
You're very much Skybox. Double tap space to get rid of fly. I put you 69,000 Yes. Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Thanks for doing this with us and inviting us to do the thing.
Oh yeah, definitely excited for more people to hear your set. Like, last thing I'm gonna say tonight is that you should definitely come by because Booze Bradley's set is 10 out of 10 banger. Every band set is 10 out of 10 banger.
I can't wait to see how many favorite bands I walk away with. So,
Probably 29 more.
hopefully 29.